He was a giant. When I was just a kid, I was always trying to do everything he did. I can still remember every lesson he taught me. Growing up, learning how to be like my old man.
Wow. Look at that, eh? That's impressive. That's impressive.
You know
that's
what? If you put that much energy into a song, your work is unbelievable.
I got
good in my books.
behind me, yeah?
All right, so let's get right into it. Carlito, another podcast.
Another one.
Another podcast.
When does it end?
And
Manny?
where are we? We are at Skylux.
We are at Skylux.
And we're giving Mark a shout out because we're at Skylux, and this is becoming the construction life home.
This guy really supports us. I love him to death.
I love guys in the industry that do that. So it's great. And our guest today, we have Gary from
Mayor's Carpentry and Construction, Inc.
Look at that. So let's talk about some carpentry and construction.
Well, there you go. That's my old man. He's the one that got me into this. He kept me going, gives me the drive.
When did he start?
He started when he was 9 years old, back home.
Back
in
home.
the island, yeah.
Really, yeah? Which island is?
San Miguel, Azores.
Oh, look at that. You got some brethren here. Eh?
Yeah.
I'm overrun by Portuguese.
You're bookended by Portuguese right now.
Don't worry, I train with Portuguese.
That's it. It's good. It's all good.
So he learned from there, then moved to Canada?
He stayed there until the age of 18, working under a reputable guy there, and became a master there. And then moved over here and started on just doing odds and ends.
And what age did you start picking up the lessons from him?
Pretty much out of his sack, bro.
Exactly, yeah?
Yeah, I couldn't get away. I had no vacations, no school holidays. It was come load the
Sounds
tools,
familiar.
come do it. It was the way we worked, and it's the drive that he has.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
24 hours, just work, work, work.
And still going to the day like today, the same.
Thankfully, yeah, that song that I just sang, it was the one that kept me going last November when we almost lost him.
Wow.
Surgery went wrong, whatever, the whole deal. But he's still going strong. He got back up on his feet,
Nice.
and we're going strong.
Getting back into it is important.
Yeah, the four guys, him, himself, and me.
You know,
me, myself, and I, and me.
It's good to see a son take over the business and bring it to another level.
I'd like to say I'm taking over. I'm not there yet. He's still full control. Full control.
And you let him have full control.
I let him have full control of the tools, the work ethic. I'll deal with the clients.
That's nice.
He's losing the edge with the clients now. It's all new.
Is he
game.
just getting like kind of bitter about
Aggressive?
really grumpy?
Oh, just grumpy.
Grumpy.
Just grumpy. But do you sit back and kind of laugh at it or
See, I gotta like mediate with the clients. I gotta get in the middle.
Translate.
Oh, big time, big time. Because he'll be like, it has to be this way and only that way, and they're like, I don't want it that way, and I'm like, okay, we'll figure out a way to do it. Just let's.
I'm sure
just let him go.
you guys get to a nice place.
Sometimes, yeah. The clients gotta leave. We gotta argue. Yelling goes up and down.
Yeah.
And then we get it done.
No lunches, eating while you're working.
No. Lunch is priority. Mama makes lunch, or my wife
Nice.
makes lunch. We take our lunch. Crock pot. There we go. Done.
I'm going to go on a different tangent here, and I'm actually just going to ask Gary. I'm going to assume you're at work on time, your breaks are on time, lunch is on time, you finish the day, and you go home.
On time.
Wait a second.
Why?
What's on time?
What's going on? Who's making, like, how is that possible?
It works A and B. It's the way he gave me, the moral, the work ethic. We used to, we live in Mississauga. We used to work a lot down here in the GTA. We'd get up at 4:45, drive down, get to my grandma's, drop off for school. So it was a routine that we were in. Same thing for work. We like to get on site before 7. Typically, we like to be on site at 6 o'clock. If we can, we'll set up for 6:30 and fire away. We'll go until 5, 6, whatever, depending on what we're doing, what part of the stage of the project we're on. It's go, go, go. We'll start with a coffee in the morning.
Of course.
Got to get your coffee in the morning.
Sugar rush.
9 o'clock, hopefully someone will go for a coffee run. He's never bought a coffee.
He's never bought a coffee?
He'll pay for the coffee. He's never gone physically to the coffee
He's
shop.
senior.
old school.
It's seniority,
Pure old
man.
school.
It's
Pure old school.
seniority.
He has no problem paying for anybody on site. But don't expect it. He says you'll go Thursday. You'll go Thursday if it's for him to buy a coffee. 12 o'clock, everybody's got to stop. We got to eat. 12:30, you're back on it.
No matter what's going on, stop, eat.
12 o'clock. It's clockwork. It's 12 o'clock.
I'm beginning to like this.
That's
you know what I mean?
Monday to Friday. and Saturdays. Sunday, he can work all day without eating if he's
Well,
at the shop working.
It's always nice that the guys know there's a schedule and when there's breaks and how the program works, right?
Definitely. Oh, yeah.
Let me ask you, Gary, what happens when you guys hire a new guy?
We don't.
You don't.
Whoa.
We don't. We've tried. We've had.
And what happened?
They don't last. They don't like the work ethic.
So is it just you and your dad?
Just me and my dad. My brother was with us for a while, and then he went on other adventures.
But I'm sure that you guys got busy that you needed to bring somebody on.
We do, but a lot of times we try to just micromanage our work. We'll take on only what we can.
What's your longest employee?
What, I want to say a year and a half, but he was kind of forced. He had nothing else to do, so he had to stick around with us, and then
I know you put so much energy into somebody, you teach them so much, and they just take off.
took off. He went back. He wanted to go back home. He just said, it was not for me. I want the easy life.
It's because your dad, he's forcing him to
Or, hey, go.
epa.
There, you can't take care of your cat. You can't go to the doctor. You can't do anything. It's work. That's
Okay,
it.
but isn't this the easy life? Isn't it working this way the easy life? Or this is not the easy
I
life?
love it. I
Yeah.
don't. You know what? I don't mind it. I love it. It's my work ethic. Even at home, I don't sit on the couch. I gotta move. I'm always doing something.
Yeah, it's just that's you want to. The day goes fast. The week goes fast. You get a lot
Disappears.
done. Paycheck came in. Next job.
That's it.
That's
Simple.
the way.
How do you like the industry?
Going to the shits, to be honest.
Yeah, what part?
Well, we feel the
Everything.
exact same way.
Everything.
Every
It's-
aspect.
a lot of it, social media, I think, is ruining a lot of it.
Wow.
100% agree
I
with
think
you.
IG is a big dud. Everyone says smoke and mirrors. It's
Players.
huge.
They're all players.
Everything, like, I put my stuff on social media. I did it as a gimmick, just to meet people. And I've met a lot of people. I met a lot of new trades and new friends and everything, like you guys and everything.
Yeah.
It's great for the meeting aspect. You learn a few things here and there, but a lot of it, just a lot of
The
crazy
return
stuff.
on investment with
Nothing,
it is nothing compared
Nothing.
to what you have to put into it. I know.
Not in like the skill factor, because then again, you're not gonna give, like, the old man factor. You're not gonna give away your eyes. He still believes in that 100% because he goes, "My eyes were for you, and now you put it on Instagram. Everybody else knows how." And I go, "Understood. I agree, but when you guys go, we don't have nobody to follow."
Exactly.
You know, we got to change a little bit. You keep a little bit, but you got to show. Because if you don't show, then people don't know.
He might
Right.
appreciate it if someone you guys meet maybe in the future through Instagram or through social media comes on board and actually starts learning and taking those skills.
See, he's had family members come on, brother-in-laws
Yeah,
come
of
on.
course.
And it's usually the same thing. They'll come on for a couple months. It's not for me. Or you'll have the odd guy that he had when I was in school. He was handing out his own business cards behind his back.
What the?
Okay.
You don't do that.
So-
you don't do that.
And he became pretty successful after on his own, but commercial wise, not in the residential. We do strictly residential. We do custom homes.
For developers?
We don't do developers.
No.
It's more like that one, the custom
custom.
builder, custom builder,
Custom
one home a year or whatever it is. They just want to tackle it, do it properly, and that's it.
In their world, custom actually means custom. It's like custom.
We like when we see something that needs work, has to be thought about, we take it.
So you do
We-
coffered ceilings, wainscoting.
We do
Crown
arch
molding?
ceilings, hidden doorways. We do the whole 9 yards.
Have you come across a detail that a client or a designer or somebody's asked you and you guys are scratching your head and we can't do it?
That's not in the old man's game.
It's not. You
No.
figure it out.
He goes to bed and he doesn't sleep. His dreams, his fantasies, it's just work.
The hamster wheel keeps on
It
spinning.
keeps on going.
It just keeps
There's
on spinning.
no excitement to his life. It's just work.
These kids that you guys are meeting, they're coming on board and they keep on saying, it's not for me. I hate that expression. It's not for me. Is it because of the money? Is it because of the hard work? Is it because of
Well, A and B, they want to come on. They want to make mad dollar right away.
they want to make your dollar?
I'm not making that dollar yet, but I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get there.
I know.
But they want that dollar. They want to be, they want to be a big top guy right away, and they want to, like we've had guys. I've had a couple of people on site. They take photos of the work and whatnot, and then I don't follow them, so I don't know what they post. But like some guys are just like, oh, why you do it that way, or why you do it this way? But that's the way it should be done.
Yeah.
If you're coming on me, I want glue on all the baseboards behind the baseboard, running along the seam.
What kind of glue?
I use LePage white glue.
Okay.
The white
Everybody's
glue-
got their
yeah.
No,
preference.
I'm asking because I use yellow.
Yeah, and the white for us, the white is faster bond, way faster bond for the miters. We like, and it's a strong bond as well. And we put it to the test. I put it to the test with tight bond and
Adfix.
Adfix.
Yeah.
And, Adfix is great. It really does the work.
I do like it.
But it's cost
It's at
effective.
its place.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. Cost effective, and for what we do,
It's expensive.
yeah,
It's
you,
way too
you get
expensive.
the LePage and you just run it because we run it all along the baseboards, all along the back.
Wow.
The upper and the bottom to get that adhesion. We don't, and then all the miters. So I've had guys come say, "Well, we only put on the miters. If you're working with us, you're gonna run it along the back."
Here's the glue. Use it.
Yeah, we supply everything. The old man even supplies coffee, even supplies lunch for whoever comes on.
What the?
Yeah,
And
I'm
now
gonna
we
show up
know what
tomorrow.
that means. That means no callbacks. 'Cause
exactly.
if it's glued on, it's not peeling away from the wall. It's not
That's the whole
delaminating.
purpose.
The caulking's not cracking.
Nothing. Typically, we'll run a bead of caulking. Like we have our own pneumatic gun that we run, and I like to do it just so that way the first seam is done, and that way it already does that shrinkage before the painters come on. If the painters prep properly, they don't want us doing the caulking. They'll do all the sanding first, then they'll caulk, and that's what I've been told.
I've never heard of
Yeah.
a painter asking a carpenter.
I like to prime first, and
Yeah.
then
And then-
sand, and then a caulk,
Yeah.
right?
So it depends on what do you call it, the project you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Typically, we like to run everything and leave everything clean, closed, proper. Painter should come in, just dab a few holes, and go right away. Like even the
You
miters
guys go
and stuff.
crazy like a machine gun?
No, nails are expensive. we don't buy the cheap nails. We buy the good nails. Got the glue additive on it. We like to target where you're gonna hit. The baseboards is always on the studs. I don't fire random. You don't know what's behind the walls. So much
Yeah,
stuff
you-
behind the
you
drywall.
mark the
anymore.
walls.
So
everything.
So let me ask you: do you like MDF or you like poplar?
MDF is great for panel work, wall units, fireplace mantles. Don't give it for trim. I won't touch it.
Really?
I'm the same way, dude. I
we-
hate MDF for trim.
Have you noticed that not a lot of people are staining wood anymore?
Yeah, it hurts. It
Yeah,
hurts.
everything's being painted.
Because that's an
right?
art.
It's a lost art.
Yeah.
Because the house that we just completed was there for a year and a half. Manny, you were there.
Yeah, I
that house
passed
there.
by. That was amazing.
Unfortunately, we had a lot of white rift cut white oak, and it looks like it was painted.
No.
And it's like the stain did not turn out good at all.
Did they not do a test sample?
Samples are great. Samples are great because they're easy to work with. And then they supply the sample. They send the workers in to go do it.
But didn't they get a piece of wood from your stock that you actually used?
My stock, everything there. But like I said, a sample is a little
It's controlled environment. It was done this way.
done perfectly.
And
no
then comes on
prepping,
time.
no nothing. Didn't get a nail on it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Didn't
fuck. Didn't do a putty. Didn't do a line. Didn't do nothing.
See,
It's
now
unfortunate.
I like MDF.
Yes.
Why do you
I
like
only,
MDF?
I only like poplar for bathrooms, laundry rooms, like moisture areas,
Mm-hmm.
right? Why don't you like MDF?
The MDF for us, the miters. For me, the miters, they're soft. The nails, you got the blowouts, but
It's the mushrooms. That's why I hate MDF.
But the blowout is caused with the pressure of the compressors.
Yes.
A lot of these guys are
Or
running
the
these little
tips.
pancake compressors, right?
Yeah.
And we run an 80 gallon from the truck, so we don't get the blowout. And you still got to sand behind your casing. Like you do it, you go behind. I just find it very fragile, very fragile to work with.
I agree. I'm
And-
sorry. I agree.
While we're on the topic,
Why do you
My
like-
miters are 46s, not 45s.
100%. And that's correct. Like a
I
lot
learned
of,
that from my buddy Daniel Bella.
Yeah, a lot of guys will say it's, it's 45, it's 45. No, there ain't no 45s anymore.
it's
It
46.
doesn't
You
exist.
gotta get it tight.
Because you have the tape joint there all the time, so
Exactly.
you're never going to get that 45 to work.
So what's this new thing about no shoe mold anymore? Nobody wants to use shoe mold. They just want straight baseboard. What do you think of that?
They think it's cost effective. It actually takes more time.
It takes a lot more time.
You got to scribe everything. It's brutal. It looks nice, fine. But then you got to remember when you're coming up against your casing, you got to have the back bend, or you got to watch what you're doing. Like everything leads to something. And then you got to have a good floor guy. If your floor guy lays a crap floor, good luck.
You're
An inch
scribing.
away.
You're scribing,
yeah,
man.
you're scribing, and then you price it out. You're pricing it out by foot or by time or whatever you want to do it, and you're gonna lose your shirt. And then like you could go as tight as you can, and then you're gonna get the one odd little opening, and clients are gonna panic. Oh, what about that? I'm gonna take a whole 16-foot piece of baseboard just for that little. It gets.
It's
excessive.
also hard. You're working in the summer. The wood's already expanded. Then winter comes. It shrinks.
Oh,
it's so hard
definitely.
to
It's
keep up,
a pain
right?
in the butt. It's like their expectations out there are insane.
So how about crown molding?
Crown molding, even I love wood. I haven't done it in a
Wood.
while. People have not.
I love wood too.
I stay away from wood because it's always twisting. It's
No,
separating
you
from
gotta
the walls.
you gotta build the back. You gotta build the back and get
Yeah.
it all. The whole premise of crown
But you got to
molding-
get someone to pay for that.
That's the other thing. That's
the
the
whole other
second
ball
hard
game.
step.
Nobody wants to pay for it.
Yeah.
Everyone's going this fiberglass, corny plaster. It looks great and everything.
The
For me-
foam and the plaster.
Yeah,
Wait. I like foam.
It's a good product. I won't kid you. It is a good product, but it's not wood.
Yeah, we're like, see,
That's all I can say.
I was growing up, we always touched wood. Like, we haven't in a while.
Wait a second. You know what kind of show this is, right?
I like my own wood. Yes, I do. Okay. So, yes, when it's wood, it's good. But wood is the way to go. I'm sorry. As a carpenter, my dad's been called a craftsman many times with the work that he's done. And we like, give me cherry, give me walnut, give me oak. Oh. We go nuts. We love it. It's way back Wednesday. I'm actually going to post later. I found some photos before before cameras took picture, or before the phones had cameras, of work that we used to do, these libraries and home offices. I found the album. I was like, we haven't been able to post anything.
Wow.
Like, so.
Well, you're running a business. How can you do all of it, right?
Especially with my old man behind me. He's like, oh, you're always on Instagram. Oh, you're always on the phone. I go, no, I'm checking an email. I'm texting the client. And yes, I'm on Instagram. I want to see what's out there. Who's
Curious.
talking? Yeah, of course, right? You want to see what's going on. But majority of the time, there's no time for the phone.
Let me ask you, Gary, how do you guys walk into a job? Like how people find you which way? Word of mouth?
It's all been word of mouth.
Word of mouth. So all of a sudden they go, you guys got to hire these guys. They come in. You guys come into a job. Are they giving you drawings beforehand? Are they a site visit, discussion?
A lot of guys will say, we'll send you the drawings, and we say, I prefer seeing the site. I like going on site. I want to see what we're dealing with.
Drawings will not show any carpentry trim.
But why do you
detail.
want to see it? Because you don't trust anyone anymore.
Nothing.
But you also want to see what the previous trades have done to see what's been
what
set
I'm going
up.
to deal with. And a lot of it, like you were talking to Joey last week about the windows.
Yeah.
A lot of it is the windows. We got to trim out the windows. We got to see how they're installed. We got to see how the drywall, if there's going to be flush with the jam extension. What am I going to do extensions on the windows? We gotta see all this, and a lot of it you see, all the openings, all the rough openings. Did they account for the floor height? Did they account for the door height? Like, we gotta take that into account.
Yeah.
Because then you go in, then you gotta start, cutting the bottom of the doors, tightening up the jams, and they're like, oh, you should have known that. No, we shouldn't have known that. It should have been done already, and unfortunately, that's what we're dealing with.
Do you find yourself cleaning up other people's work?
Oh, definitely. We're always. When we get on site, unfortunately, we tend to pick on everybody's work because we're the finisher.
You guys are
coming in.
the second last step from the finishing.
Yeah.
So I feel for you guys and I feel for painters because clients and designers and everybody else expects miracles from you guys.
100%, yeah.
You have to make everything look perfectly straight and the painters have to make everything look perfect.
Exactly. And we're only as good as the painters.
Exactly.
And the trade before that.
And the trade before that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and so
it
on.
starts from the bottom, definitely. You start from the bottom and you work your way up.
If everybody cares, everybody's job's easy.
But the problem at this stage is that when he comes in and when the painter comes in, then all the fingers get pointed at them. It's not straight or it doesn't look great because of you guys. No, because the window wasn't straight. The wall wasn't straight. I didn't have the space here. This was bowed. This is crowned. This is whatever.
It's a huge problem out there.
You find yourself losing jobs to guys that are undercutting you a lot?
Oh, every day.
Really?
MDF guys.
Every day.
Hi.
Every day. The phone has not been, to be honest, the phone has not been as productive as it used to be.
Wow.
Now but then it's like the dinosaur age. He had his friends that were builders, wanted to flip and buy and whatever. So it was constant flow. Now it's a lot of this new age that are building. They want the young guy. They want the IG guy. They want this and that. And it's just to I don't know. I feel they just want to put it on on the phone.
Yeah.
They don't care about the quality. They just want to make a buck.
They want to make a buck for that day.
For that day.
Or have
and
some
even
bragging
for themselves.
rights.
And yeah. The phone hasn't been busy. We're this week slow, but you take your odds and ends. Besides that, we stick with the custom. That's the thing with the custom. They don't come as often. We get the odd, do you want to do pre-hang? No, I won't touch pre-hang.
I hate those doors.
Okay, we're talking about doors. What kind of doors do you like to put in?
I like solid doors, not the MDF doors, because now solid doors, it's laminated MDF together. That drives me nuts because the homeowners like the detail of it, beautiful. We install it, painter comes in with latex primer, the doors swell, and then I'm screwed with the locks all the time.
It's true. Mm-hmm. It's true.
It's a huge problem. I want cherry doors, walnut doors, I want solid doors, even the poplar doors. With the MDF paneling they'll put now, but I like solid doors, wood doors. I like wood.
It sounds like no one appreciates staining anymore, right?
But even
It's a cost thing. Clients will
all
refuse
cost.
to pay. I mean, to stain, you tell me, Gary, is it twice or 3 times more than prepping for paint grade?
No, I don't think so. I don't know on the painters thing. I think it's probably even faster.
Staining. It's true.
Less
Painters,
prep.
it's less prep because it's on you.
Yeah.
The actual finished carpentry is on you. It has to be bang on perfect for staining.
Yeah, we change our game. When it's for stain, it's a whole different method. We don't use sharpened blades. We use brand new blades. We'll go out, we'll grab 2-3 blades that you need. It's a new blade, not sharp.
People just don't realize how much material you need to do a good job.
A lot of these carpenters out there aren't getting really the tools and the equipment to do the job. They're getting away with a quick chop saw, one gun, fires off 2-inch nails for everything.
No, you can't do.
Yeah.
You have to have a caddy that has every single size and every single gauge.
You don't see that.
I have one. You have one. You have one.
I'm a little bit different. I like the 16s on the bottoms, 18s on the top.
I mix it up all the time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you got to mix it up. But when you go and you see we get called in, oh, please come help me, and you go there and you go see someone else's work, and you're pulling out the casing, and it's just like 2-inch nails on the jamb, on the thing. It's like
So right through the tip of the casing, that's probably about what? Maybe a quarter inch of material.
Yeah.
They're shooting a 2-inch
You
brad
got to blow
right
it,
in.
yeah, 16 gauge. Why? Laziness of grabbing another gun.
And let me guess, no glue?
No, definitely no glue.
Do you like 8-foot doors, 7-foot doors?
Physically, I can't lift the 8-foot doors as much as I used to before. I had a major surgery 14 years ago. So the old man is actually, we're flipping the doors together. I don't care sizes. I just want them good. Perfect. I want them made to last. Mm-hmm. We put the jig on it, do the hinges, fire away, we're good.
How about pocket doors?
Love pocket doors.
You're
Nice.
just, Cardi was just firing shit.
Yeah,
I love pocket
I want to
doors.
see what's going on.
Love pocket doors because it's a lost art. There's
Yes.
guys that will, do a whole bunch of trimming around and stuff. We like to try to nice tight plumb jam, put it up against the doors. We did a few soft closes at this last house. It was new to us. I'm not gonna lie.
KNC?
KNC,
Yeah, they're really
KNC
good.
soft close just works.
They're beautiful.
Beautiful. And then we didn't install the tracks originally. It was a previous contractor that was there, so height was a problem, length was a problem. Like it's got to be done right.
Yeah.
Like if it's not done at the beginning, you have issues.
What do you think about pocket doors in basements and bathrooms? That's typically where the problems are.
Pocket doors
Moisture.
in basements and bathrooms.
Yeah. Typically, that's where the humidity is, the moisture.
But if you've built the basement correctly, then there shouldn't be any
be a problem,
moisture or movement.
That's not really happening, though. We know that.
But with the right product, like even the pocket track should not give way.
No.
The door, if it's a good door, it will not swell. If it's installed properly, you should have no issues. We've had no callbacks for doors or...
The last few jobs I've seen, they're all binding against the door. Guys have put longer nails through, they're scratching the door. I've seen this.
That happens all the time.
I've seen it before too, but I don't
yeah.
understand it.
I don't either.
It's a system. They'll go the same thing throughout the whole house.
They got blinders on.
Yeah, that's all it is. So you gotta pocket door, you gotta change your game. You gotta change, even when we're firing off casing, you gotta change the nails. It gotta be smaller. You don't want nothing hitting that door, because once it hits that door, you're done. Especially when it's a finished door. A lot of these, now they're getting these finished doors, and all of a sudden it's like, you get that nice gouge going right across. It's
When the MDF swells?
wood could swell too, though.
We're in Toronto.
We are.
Where do you prefer to get your material from?
I get a lot of material actually from Doorland.
Okay.
Doorland.
They've got good quality. They got great quality poplar stuff.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. And the service. We've been with them for quite a while. Like we've known them for a while. They help us out a lot. They actually recommend us to a few sites. And when we do the homes with them, we work together. Where it's like, I need this so much. I need it today. Can you bring it? First thing tomorrow morning, and they'll.
But aren't you guys already late to the game? Hasn't the homeowner or the designer already chosen the profile at this point?
A lot of times they'll actually give us a recommend, like who do we use or who do we recommend, like because we deal with them. Brenlow, Fairbank, we deal with all of them. When it's something where I'm gonna go get it myself, yeah, I'll go to Fairbank or I'll go to Brenlow. If it's something to deal with the customer, we just send them to Doorland, meet the salesman, he'll take care of you. We don't supply anything. We just recommend. Then they say, "Oh, your cost." They think you're going to make money on the material. You're supposed to.
It's
taking
still
time
called
to do
a
it.
business.
Well, if you're
It's a
picking it
business,
up,
right?
yeah.
But we're not cheap. Like my old man's got his rate. We pride on our quality. We pride on our professionalism. We want to be on time. We want to do the job the way you want it. We give you, advice. We'll help you out along the way. We don't deal with the material, and we don't want to be kind of like a bank. A lot of people say, oh, buy it. And then that's where you get screwed a lot of times in our trade.
It's holding on you.
You're totally right.
We'll just supply the service. That's it.
So you don't care what people get when you speak to them. You don't care what they're actually giving you, or do you say, listen, this is all I want to work with?
No, we avoid MDF. Okay. For trim,
I was just about to, I did a job where the client forced me to use an MDF crown because he already started using it upstairs, but he wanted me to do the rest of it downstairs. And I explained to him that I'm not a fan of this stuff. Here's potentially what's going to happen. We're in a split level home. And sure enough, as soon as they went through the season, they all opened up. And I was like, I kind of told you that this would happen because this is MDF. Yeah. I can only do so much with MDF. And it's split open.
Well, I feel the opposite. I've seen more wood twist. Not a lot of people want to pay for a backer. Not a lot of people want to pay for the prep. If you're just slamming it on, I always get calls to see crown molding removing it from the ceiling, right?
we're in a live shop here. That's what's going on, man.
I love it. You said you worked in Toronto, but you're not working in Toronto anymore. Why is that?
Last few jobs have been all out west, all in Mississauga, Streetsville. Well, I was in Mississauga for a year and a half, doing that one home. We went in there, recommended by Doorland, highly recommended by Doorland. She had a lot of...
There was a lot of custom.
Like a lot of people.
Carlito, everywhere you walked, every wall surface that you saw was their work.
All milled, and we mill everything on site.
The drywallers are hanging their heads. They're just like, there's nothing here for us.
Yeah. And a lot of people will go in and say, well, what did you do? Well, it's all white here, but this is all MDF. So for the sheeting, the paneling with the half-inch recess in between, it was all done on site.
Beautiful work.
It was a custom home. Like this one, like we've been in, like everyone goes, I work in $1 million homes, whatever. Yeah, we've been in big, we've been in small. It doesn't matter. This one was custom. And when we say custom, it was custom. Like we did brass inlays, we did arched ceilings.
You did rabbited, like they're
all the brass is rabbited, yeah. All rabbited flush.
No, but the arched ceilings as well too.
The arched ceilings was what do you call it?
How do you call that?
Where it's got the LED lighting. It's
all backlit. It's just beautiful.
Suspended. It looks like everything's suspended. There's nothing attached. There's a hidden stairway there. There's also a double pocket door with a access above for the individual had a daughter with special needs, so she has like that motor to lift her from the bed.
The track system on the ceiling.
And the track goes through the pocket door.
Wow.
It was impressive.
That was a challenge.
That's some detail.
When we saw that, we were like, this one would be interesting to do. We were discussing back and forth, we went with, what was this going to cost? What was that going to cost? And we couldn't price out anything because nothing was laid out in stone. So we ended up doing a time basis. It was an hourly basis.
You have to do it that way.
We were the only ones in there that got along with the owner, never had a problem because we were communicating. We weren't on a contract. We weren't pressed. We wanted to achieve what she wanted to achieve. End result, amazing.
How do you like working with designers?
I have no problem with them. I like to throw in a lot of ideas myself, which my dad says, stop. But a lot of the ideas...
You can't. You're on the tools. You see things that everyone else doesn't.
That's what it is. And I tell them, and I try to bring in the new, like, you strict, this. No, Dad, you could change it.
This is cleaner. Maybe try this. Here's a new way to do it.
Different. And he's like, you guys don't know nothing. You guys don't know nothing. I do it my way. And it's like that. 8 plus 2 is 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. It's the same thing.
No, it's 55.
It is so true, man.
And so we're butting heads. We're butting heads constantly. And
they're old school, but they teach you a lot, man. They teach you.
Like he's always thinking, and he's always if I say it's going to be done this way, it has to be this way, and then he's like, and he's thinking behind his head. He wants to try to outdo me. He goes, I did it this way. I'm like, yeah, that's great, but this way still works. Like it's the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? And he's
so
like,
who are you passing it on to?
I'm not passing it on to nobody. I got 2 beautiful daughters at home. If they want to join.
But most
they
likely
they wear the swag. They love wearing the swag, but that's about it.
But they're not carrying the tools.
No. It's not easy. Like we say, it's an easy life. We enjoy it, but you gotta enjoy it.
Yeah. You gotta have a love for it.
You gotta have the drive, and that's why I wanted to be a lawyer. I was studying law.
Sorry, we'll have to change the show.
But
did you say liar?
Liar. But working with the hands was a completely like I love grabbing getting a 5x10 sheet of MDF and making it like a wall unit, making it a desk, like anything. Like we change sheeted goods and create stuff. Working with the hands is amazing.
Are you a shoemaker?
I am,
The house is never done. Everyone else is.
We all know what it means. We don't need to be reminded of what it means.
you know what? I've been okay because I go to work all day and I come home and I work. The house, I've been in it for 15 years.
In
You can make
progress.
some good money on that.
I've did, yeah, I could have, but I stayed there. And I'm staying. I've renovated second floor, main floor. Like I bought a cookie cutter home. They had finger jointed, the 2-inch casing,
Oh,
whatever.
God. Colonial.
The colonial. I ripped everything
Baseboards
out.
2 inches.
They went 3.5. It wasn't bad.
The only thing good
But-
about those things is it's so easy to take
So
off.
easy to take out. No damage on the drywall because there was no glue. So it was
I particularly
perfect.
love the quarter-inch crown staples on all the casing. I love those ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
God.
So if people are listening, do you take on big and small jobs?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
We don't judge on size.
Doesn't matter
look,
where.
quality. Doesn't matter. We've gone to Horseshoe Valley. We've gone to Victoria Harbor. We've stayed in
The
Wherever
drive
the
is
door
just a
goes.
little bit longer. That's
the
all it
drive.
is.
No matter where the drive is, we'll tend to get there for 6:30. Not a problem.
Okay, one of my big pet peeves right now is there's no parking in Toronto. How do you do it?
Good one. We have 2 sprinters. The old man has. That's one of. You're right. You got a point there. One of our needs or demands, being the diva kind of thing, is we gotta have parking at the door. Street parking, like working downtown, we've done a few down by Argyle there.
Yeah.
We did a few there. We actually called in the city, got
For a
temporary
week.
permits.
Customers paying for it, of course, right?
Definitely. Oh, definitely. No, we actually, now it's, I don't know, I haven't done it recently, but 4 or 5 years ago, I had a 3-month permit.
No, they dropped it down to 1 week only now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you know, but Manny's made a 4-wheel bicycle just for downtown for material.
Not true. We're back to the liar show.
flags.
Yeah. There's Portuguese flags in the
that's
spokes of the
Manuel.
wheels.
Yeah,
call me
that's
a
what
lawyer?
A liar. A liar.
I'm not a lawyer.
No, but you know what? Clients have to understand that if you're downtown, parking is a situation like and you're not the only trade. Permit parking is a must, and they have to absorb the cost. That's just how it is.
Yeah, we try to avoid like downtown, like these row homes and stuff. We try to,
I think people need to understand if they're living downtown, they're going to pay a little bit more.
there's definitely a premium on it
Yeah.
for sure because we deal with a lot of it. It's
Well, they're already paying a little bit more when they're buying the home.
that's the thing. They have no problem paying for the home.
$3 million
I wanna
for
live
an
here beside
1,800
the
square-
Starbucks or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't want to pay you want to redo your home. You got to pay, but nobody wants to pay. Everybody wants free or. Can you cut it here? Why so much? What do you want me to do?
Well, nobody's realizing that the ministry's after us. You got to have WSB,
Everything.
all the other stuff we don't always talk about.
Well, just like you were talking about your dad stinking and he's spinning the wheels and things like that, you guys still running a business and you have a bunch of other stuff that goes behind that compressor and nailer. There's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like we deal with the sandpaper, we deal with the glue, we deal with the maintenance, we deal with all the machinery. We're supplying the fasteners. Like when we
Garbage is huge.
Yeah, we give when we give a price, it's like, oh, why so much? Well, I got this, and that. Oh, but I got to pay for that? No, you don't have to pay for it.
What about cleaning?
The store doesn't give it to me. Cleaning, we try to clean. I'm going to be 100% honest here. The old man is old school. He's been told a few times, I'm paying you too much to clean. They want him on the machines. They want him milling the work.
That's a nice compliment, actually.
So, and he took it as an insult, and he doesn't touch a broom anymore. Okay?
So no buying coffee,
no buy co-
no getting the coffee,
no getting the coffee,
and no sweeping.
and no sweeping.
But that's seniority. That's what
Yeah.
it's not his first day.
No, he's been at it.
How about dealing with neighbors?
I'm the mediator. I'm actually pretty good with them. I don't mind. I like talking to them, and usually with us, it's not a problem unless it's our vehicle, right? We abide by the game. Don't start till 7:00. At 6:30 in Toronto, but normally don't start till 7. If it's like a semi-detached home or whatever, but we're pretty.
So I guess the noise really starts around 8.
No, 7
Starts
Wow.
right on the dot
No,
because you got to
gotta
crank
start.
that compressor.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, 7:00. The compressor's in the van.
Did you see him smile when I did that? There he goes again.
Wait, are you going to tell me that the van is insulated?
The van, yeah,
So it keeps it quieter.
keeps it quiet. Yeah, it's got the foam. You like foam? The foam insulated Sprinter paneled. 80-gallon tank inside. We run the pneumatic hose from the back of the truck and a 220 cable to the stove or dryer plug in the house. That's our demand. Is we need a 220 plug because we don't like the blowouts of the nails. We use a lot of pneumatic sanders. Cordless we don't use for finish. We're still in the pneumatic game. You can't.
I'm
Nothing
gonna say,
wrong with that. I love it.
I don't like cordless pneumatics. I'm sorry.
I do
sorry,
because-
cordless nailers. I don't like them.
Yeah.
I don't.
I focus more on like lately. I've been focusing more on cleaning up other people's work, and
Yep.
it's just like loose
But a lot of
ends.
these
It's nice
kids,
to have.
a lot of these kids have a problem with a hose. They have a problem with. I think it's because they're so.
I've had a problem with the hose my whole life, and it's been a big problem.
You know what? These kids didn't grow up with corded phones the way we did, so we don't have a problem with.
Wait a
the
sec, my
hose.
pager's going off.
Did you bring your battery? You carried your
And my
battery?
satellite phone.
Satellite phone, yeah. That was. Oh man.
So how have you seen the industry changed since the time that you started? How long have you been in the industry?
I started helping out my dad when I was 8.
But actually officially
working, kicked out of school. Like, don't go to college, come work with me. I was 19, 18.
19? And how young are you?
I'm going to be 41 next week.
He's younger than us, Carlito.
40.
I'm always the oldest.
Okay, so 20 years basically. 21 years, 22
Yeah,
years.
22, yeah.
You
So-
know what? I'm starting to think I got to get out of this business.
No.
I'm way too old.
You still have to leave your mark. 22 years. In 22 years, how has this business changed?
It's changed a lot. It's changed a lot.
It really has.
It's everyone.
It's gotten worse.
It's
I used to
gotten way
really
worse,
love this
yeah.
business.
Yeah, no, and that's what it is. Like, we go in and sometimes we're the grumpy ones because, this is not being done this way. This is not being done that way. Why did they do this? Why do I got to do this now?
People are always saying, well, don't worry about it. Just do it.
Just do it.
I don't
Just
want
do
to
it.
have that attitude either.
No, and it gets upsetting. And my old man taught me, take your time, do it right.
Hurry up.
I don't want the no. He was never the type to hurry up when he wants it done, but if he goes back and he sees the miter is closed, there's no wood filler on that miter, go on to the next one. Good.
You know what? And that's a lost art.
It's a
And I think that while you guys are talking about working with real wood, only real finished carpenters can make a beautiful project when they're dealing with real wood. Nice and
your
tight.
van should not have a box of wood filler. It shouldn't.
Wait a second, I have a box of wood.
No, you're a painter too. Okay? The painter should have a box of wood
Dynapatch.
filler.
See?
But a carpenter shouldn't. A finished carpenter shouldn't.
No, we don't have it in the truck. I don't have it in my pouch. We'll have it on the work table for the odd one that you got to do. There's certain situations you're not going to avoid it, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have a little hair open, a little bit there. But typically, like, even when the clients come around, like, you get these guys working where they always have that ready to go. As soon as they do the miter, put it
Slid in and that's
done.
it.
What do you think about shimming behind baseboards? I see guys throwing 50 shims along the baseboard. Are you that one of the guys?
No.
Shims are used for.
I'm hitting the studs, right? I'm hitting the studs. I don't have to worry about shimming. Everything's being, tight to the wall. The glue is holding. I don't have to worry about it. You'll get the odd shim that you got to do in the corner to hold that miter, that cope together, but that's about it.
This is a Manny question from me.
This is a
Do
Manny
you
question.
like cedar shims, or do you like to make shims out of 2x4s?
I make them out of poplars, to be honest.
Whoa.
Oh,
Big spender.
We do. So the shims even behind the casing,
really?
there's
I've never done that.
I've never even heard of it.
it's not per se safe, but we do it, the jams, the
Yeah.
1x5s. We
Yeah.
Cut
Instead
it
of throwing
into
them
4
out?
inches. Well, cut them into the solid shims, put them in, score them with a knife, and away you go.
You got nice stable shims.
It's interesting. I got to see you do that. You're lucky I didn't bring a piece of poplar for that. How do you like working with other trades while you're at the job? Like this question is kind of like directed to people that are listening that might be homeowners or GCs. Do you like to work in the house by yourself when you're doing the trim, or do you like working with other trades?
When I'm with the old man, yeah, we want to be by ourselves.
So that's not always the case.
It's
though.
not always
You
the
get more
case.
work done, right?
You get way more work done, especially before lunch. That's why we like starting at 7, going to 12, because after the lunch, you get sluggish, right? You're getting a good homemade meal. You want to be productive.
Wait a minute.
And
Wait
you
a
want
minute. You guys never buy food?
Well, we buy.
Once in a while, once a week or so.
Come
get
on,
it
he's
delivered.
Portuguese.
Yeah,
I know. That's why. I want the youngins to be hearing this, man.
Uber's. I got my dad into the Uber thing.
I hate Uber.
I know,
They're
but
horrible
it
drivers.
helps. It helps. It helps because I don't like leaving site. Even when I was younger, if I leave site, I don't feel like I come back with the same drive to work.
I agree.
You get stuck in traffic. You deal with this. You deal with that. I want to stay on site and I want to go. Sometimes my dad goes, "Oh, can you go get? I'll pick it up tomorrow morning on my way." I don't want to leave.
Sometimes it could be a disconnect, though.
Well, but
It's the rhythm.
Yeah, if everything's going the way you want it to be going, you shouldn't leave and lose that.
You want to leave at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Then you've done the day.
Because you're going to get stuck in traffic, and so that's already enough. During the day, I want to be there, start from A to B, and go.
If you're just doing doors and baseboards, casings, 1,500 square foot house, how many weeks usually in it?
Typically, depending trim-wise, if it's casing or a back band baseboards, but it could be 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Nice return.
Get
Get it? Nice return.
Those
I had to do it.
Everyone try the veal.
Yeah, typically we don't get a lot of those homes anymore. Like, they don't come because they want MDF. So we've been avoiding them.
Are you guys still getting this step bevel?
Step bevel? Yeah, we get that.
I fucking hate that profile.
We get
I
that.
absolutely
everywhere.
fucking
See,
hate that
we
profile.
do a lot of work. We do a lot of work in the beaches.
I
and
can't.
that's just-
They're notorious for that.
that's just
Square
flow.
stock. It's
Square.
everywhere now.
Yeah, 1x4
man.
flat stock. Yeah.
I just want square
Why
stock.
can't people go back to like you walk into Dorland, you walk into Brenlo and Fairbank, and they have beautiful like
profiles
new
that
profiles.
nobody knows. But you know, it's that cleaning factor. I want everything to look
Clean factor?
Oh, no one knows how to pass a rag on a baseboard
Because
anymore, on a casing.
they can't afford their nanny, right? That's no. I
should've
could have
been- I
went on
should've
a
been a
different
cleaner.
tangent, but I didn't want to go to. No, that would have upset certain people.
Something is wrong with Manny. What's wrong with Manny Hour?
No, it's nothing like that. I'm fascinated by it, but I gotta ask you, Gary.
Go for it.
Oh, actually, let me ask Carlito this. I want you to guess what brand tool Gary is leaning towards. Now think, he's old school, Dad. I'm trying to think.
Makita.
Bang on.
Serious?
The old man
Old
is
school,
Makita,
baby.
Yeah, the old man is
It's all
Makita.
Europeans.
Wow,
They love
it
it.
is true.
It's all
true.
Makita, yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
also a different tool in Europe, right?
Definitely,
Makita's
yeah,
different
yeah.
than
that's
is here.
that's what. Yeah, that
From
was
what I
his
understand.
First, that's what that was.
So
his first
everything is
tool.
Makita.
He's gone miter saws. We've had every generation of miter saw from Makita. I still love my LS 1211 that we bought back in '98.
You guys still use it?
I still use it on the daily. The old man now is using the double 18
Rail?
volt.
Those? Really?
18 volt. He wants it smaller, compact. It does the job. And
Check out the Bosch Axial Glide one.
he didn't like it.
He didn't like it?
Didn't like it.
I find that carpenters, like even in my tools, my carpentry tools are all Makita. For some reason,
Wait a
I'm drawn
minute.
to Makita.
You said at one point you're a Hilti boy.
I'm not denying it. My Hilti is my rough tools.
Yeah.
I'll do all my rough work with my Hilti, and I love them. I have my DeWalt tools that do the filler in between, but my go-to on any kind of carpentry is Makita.
Yeah, Makita, it's only for the saws we're using them. For the pneumatics, it's all Senko.
You guys like the Senkos, eh?
Love the Senkos.
Really, huh?
We've had Senkos.
I've heard really good things about them.
Yeah, Senko you pay up
I've heard
top, and that's
nothing.
what that
Really?
Nothing.
I walk into
This is the
Mississauga
first
Hardware
time.
and I'll start talking, and then they'll be telling me how guys are actually loving these guns, man.
Senko, it's dab of oil every morning, and your gun is good. There's no
Is that
maintenance.
olive?
It's lube. No, just lube. Just lube.
Wait a
He's
second.
Portuguese,
I
not
like this.
Italian.
He's going lube.
Lube. You gotta lube it. Senko guns we've been buying since the 90s. Why you probably haven't heard of Senko too much is the guns vary between $600 to $800, even $1,200 for
That's
a brand
way
new.
too much money
and
for a new
lot
kit.
of guys won't be doing that,
What are you
right?
talking about? Every time I look, Festool's selling stuff at crazy
I was
prices.
just gonna go down
Yeah.
there. Have you
That-
guys
yeah.
have you guys gone down the Festool route?
No. The only festival we have is door jam planer, or the door for the. That's the only one we have.
Have you tried other stuff? See anything you like?
I've had the Capex given to me for me to try out from a supplier, and I wasn't impressed. I don't know why. For the saws, Makita, everything else, I think it's just overrated, overpriced. First of all,
Well, let's
Overpriced.
guess what Manny uses.
Oh, we know what Manny uses.
You Bosch-stitch.
I'm all blue. All blue.
It's still blue. It's still blue.
Is that
Yeah.
everywhere,
But
Manny?
every carpenter, every trade, everybody, they find theirs and they stick with it,
Yeah,
and
it's
they
what
keep
you're comfortable
it.
with.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it's what
And
you're
then they
comfortable
build the
Right,
best
you've
with
been
those
brought up on.
tools.
And like table saw, it's saw stop. We got 3 of them, and I won't go to any other saw stop.
I have no
Or any other
loyalty
table saw.
to anyone except for the tool that makes the job done
That's
the best.
perfect. Yeah.
You guys have 3 saw stops.
3, all 3 models. We got the job site, we got the contractor, and we have the bigger one, the professional. So we have one at the shop. We carry the contractor one in our trailer, and the job site one is in one of our sprinters.
What's the face that you guys make when another trade or a client or a designer comes in and they just say, they ask this question, can I use your saw?
Oh,
What's the face you guys make?
What a surprise again. We laugh at it all
Can I
the
get
time.
this piece of metal here and just put it on your saw and cut it?
When the designers come in and put the book on top of your table there.
Oh, because
right
the
by
table
miter
saw is actually a table.
on a table. No, even on our miter saw, we have an actual wooden table with electrical outlets, electric sharpener. We used to have a radio that got. He doesn't. That's the only job. The only.
He doesn't do the
tool-
music?
No.
That's when you just knock them off.
Yeah, that's the only tool that we do not bring onto the site is a radio.
No radio, huh?
Well, you got already like 10 guys already with all their radios, so we don't need it. But that's the only thing.
Because his dad's screaming at him if the radio's on.
all the time.
Epa, j'ai visto que pensa mierda. Caralho!
That's exactly it, man. That's exactly it.
Like we're communicating. We're going back and forth. Give me this length, give me that length, cut this, cut that, and material is expensive. So
Yeah.
you fuck up a piece, you're done.
So what do you do with blades? Do you sharpen them or do you buy new blades?
No, we sharpen them.
Yeah.
But when it's for stain grade, we go buy all new ones
Wow.
All new
Every
ones.
time?
every time.
No
even
way.
a lot of times, even a new site, like it's something like
That's expensive, man.
Think about it, though.
It's a
I have them.
A trim carpenter is only as good as his cuts. So think about it.
and you need the blades. A lot of these guys are cutting and it can't even cut like butter.
I know,
Sometimes
but you
see the
give
smoke
some
coming out.
guys great tools and they don't even know what to do with
Well,
them.
that's a whole other.
There's a whole other ballgame.
Do you do a lot of coping? I'm expecting you do.
I do. All my miters are coped. Like all the angles are coped, no matter with it crown molding, baseboard, anything is coped. And
Hand or jig?
no scroll saw. I used to do a lot of it by hand, but then my surgery came into play.
I got to see you do that.
It's on my IG page.
Okay,
It was one
I'm
of
gonna
the.
check that. I should
Check
have.
it out.
I've just been so
It
busy.
looks slow mo on the video feed, but it's actually the fastest, quickest way of doing it.
It
easy.
is. It
Because
is.
you got the back cut, you got the angle of the table, and the blade. Any profile, you're not jamming your way in. No, it's beautiful.
Wow.
And that's where a lot of people see the game changers. Like we're bringing all these tools on the site, and it's like, whoa, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, they
Well,
don't
we're-
realize how many tools you need just for trim work.
New site, we take usually about an hour and a bit to set up.
Every morning.
No, the initial
On the
setup.
initial day.
Initial
Yeah.
day is
You
an
guys,
hour and a
you guys
half.
leave the big toys for the
The
job.
big toys are there.
Yeah.
All our pneumatics. We have our carry-ons that we bring everything. All the electricals come with us. The only thing that'll stay on the table is the table saw, without the motor and without the brake, the switch. Even my miter saw, it's still a heavy one. It comes to the truck every time.
Big problem I've seen lately, and people are talking about it. Is people are stealing tools off jobs. You got that problem?
Hang on, let me correct you for a second. Not people, other contractors
Other
are
contract-
stealing tools.
It's a
from
big pet peeve of
contractors.
mine. Like, you know what? When someone has stolen a tool and wants to sell it, and I really want everyone to realize that could be your truck or your
Yes.
project.
Yes.
So every time you buy something stolen from somebody, it just expect it to happen to you.
Yeah, it's gonna carry on.
Karma,
Vicious
man.
circle, man.
All our machinery have been purchased. Nothing has been given. A vacuum that we had was actually a gift from one of the suppliers, Downtown Lumber. One of them, they offered
I
us.
love
a
Downtown
vacuum.
Lumber. Portuguese.
Love them. Love them. Oh, the Portuguese
They're
factory.
sticking together. Where's the Croatians?
You got to tell
Give
me
me
where
some
they are.
mud.
But all our equipment is purchased right up front. No, like the old
No
man.
problems with theft.
We've been really lucky.
No break-ins in your truck.
No.
Someone's at the door.
We've had an attempt down here on College and Shaw once, but we were right by there. We chased them.
God damn it, cracker heads.
Yeah. So
Yeah, because it's sad. They're stealing it to just sell it for like nothing.
Yeah.
nothing.
For a
And they
piece
don't
of
realize
crap.
how valuable that tool is to them
Yeah, it's
and
horrible.
their career and their business.
No, we've been good, and we keep eyes on all our stuff. Like we're on site, as big or as small as it is, but we keep our equipment contained with our work area. We don't set up on the main floor, go work on the second floor. We set up where we're working.
Where do you want to take your business?
You know what? I'm happy where it is, to be honest. I don't want to get bigger. I just want to keep it going.
Your growth is stopped already now, so
No, not necessarily.
Sorry, I had
no. Dude, coming from the guy who's 6'2".
6'3"
Oh, sorry, 6'3".
and handsome.
You always want to be successful. You always
Yeah.
want to, but you know what? You can only take on as much as you can chew.
You're not just doing trim work and finished work. You are a construction company.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we'll take on everything. We just finished a deck in Trex, and it was custom, which is why we took it on.
You did those outdoor barn doors.
The outdoor barn doors, yeah, we mill doors ourselves.
Yeah.
We do like the old man likes to do anything. Believe it or not, we've even done landscaping.
Really?
I
love
enjoy it. I
landscaping.
love it. You give me hardscape, I enjoy it. It's a workout. You don't have to go to the gym. I enjoy hard work. Unfortunately,
true.
right?
It's true.
It's the way I was raised. But if it's custom, we'll take it. We'll do it.
So you do everything.
We do everything.
Pretty much.
The general idea is we want to stick with the carpentry, right? But if you got to go where the money is. If it's not coming in the carpentry, you go somewhere else. You do, you do decks, you do doors, you do whatever you want, man.
That's the construction business. That's how it works, man.
Yeah, like the old man, he's licensed, skilled, he knows everything. He had to learn himself.
He's got a G license?
He's got
Driver's license
You don't mean
to all
like
you.
the OG license?
I know, exactly. He's got an OG license.
the OG license, definitely. Yeah.
That's a original
fully like-
gangster. Portuguese.
Portuguese style. He bought it off the mechanic across the street along with the boat license.
So do you think you got better? I mean, it sounds like your father really put it on you and forced you to like kind of do
choice,
things
yeah.
the proper way. Do you think that maybe because you were doing so many other kinds of work that your work got better because you had to do the work after you did work? Like you finished your trim, you had to paint, you had to fill. You think you got better because of that?
On site, we don't do no painting.
No painting.
I'll do painting for my own private projects. I love painting. It's actually, a release. Like I enjoy painting. We've had to touch plumbing, we've touched electrical because you got to move the switches sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing the switches on the middle of the like awkward spaces on the panels.
Yeah, you got to
I
make
will
them.
get involved.
Yeah.
I tell them that's going to look like crap. Move it over, get your electrician. Oh, you can't come right now. Okay, I'll pull it out, Moret it, put it back. When he comes back, you can do it. I'll mark it.
Good for you.
And that's it. But it has to be, I got to make it look aesthetically pleasing. I want it to look right.
Here's a question for you. You must have a lot of friends in construction. Do you like that when guys take money from jobs, or do you like giving you work? Like I give you work, you give me work. How do you like?
What
to
do you
see
mean
it
take
done?
money from
Well,
jobs?
some guys.
Oh,
will
you
be
mean
like,
a kickback?
The
yeah.
point system. Yeah.
Is that
Really?
Yeah, because a lot of kickbacks are slowing down people from making money.
Changes the game. Like
Yeah.
the prices get inflated. Then you get these other guys that are undercutting and you can't get it.
This is all news to me, man.
Not to me.
We recommend a handful. I don't like to recommend people too much because you don't know what they're going to do without you there. But try to avoid it. When my dad used to do the general contracting thing, take on jobs, start to finish, get the trades, he never made a penny off them. The responsibility was his. Take care of them, do the job, get out. That's it. Because he doesn't want nothing to come back saying, oh, but you made, so much off me and, how come I couldn't make more? No, we don't want that.
How about
Agreed.
rough framing? Do you do rough framing?
The old man likes to do rough framing. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I like finish. Give me the miters, give me the angles, give me, different stuff to work with.
What's the worst part of your trade and what's the best part of your trade?
The worst part of my trade is it's dying. You don't
Wow.
see it. You don't. Yeah.
I feel the same way.
It is very,
you don't-
For
you
quality guys.
Yeah, like I admire that job you did with the octagon, like those
Yeah.
shapes on the wall, beautiful work.
Well, that's me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you don't see that
No,
anymore.
nobody-
You don't. Nobody wants to first take the time to do it.
No.
They don't know how to do it.
That's a lot of time to do it too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Nobody wants to take the time anymore. When I do my own projects at home and stuff, I go a little bit above and beyond and stupid and well, because it's different.
You want to try
I
something.
want to do it. Yeah,
That's
I
why.
want to I'll do miter 45s on the hardwood flooring. Even hardwood flooring, I enjoy doing hardwood flooring.
You're a finished trim guy.
Yeah, give me hardwood. I want to do it. I want to work with it. I don't mind.
What's the best part?
The best part is you're building with your hands. You create
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
and your mind is always going. Like
You're problem solving. You're figuring out stuff.
Yeah, you're like my dad's the MacGyver. We call him MacGyver. He has to figure out something.
Client gives you a problem. They give you a situation. You have to figure it out, and you have to take your knowledge and figure that out.
Figure it out. Yeah. And part therapist too. It's crazy.
Oh, I know that.
How many hours you putting in? 7 days a week? 12 hours a day, 10 hours? What is the averaging?
We do for clients, we'll go from 7 to 5, Monday to Friday. Our Saturdays we'll take on odds and ends that we haven't finished. And
Catch up on schedule.
Catch up on schedule. We'll do that from 7 to 1 to sometimes 3. And then Sunday we're
Barbecue. Chiqui.
Thank you.
Sunday we're at the shop, maintaining the tools, getting
Wow.
ready for the Monday. It's go go go.
Are you married?
I've been married happily for.
She must be a special woman. That's a lot of time you're putting in, man.
She's the best. I got two beautiful girls. They come up. Will come up to the shop or whatnot. But she comes from a construction family as well. I used to work with the father that's how we met. Was through my father.
He was your boss?
He was my boss, and then I went for
I've
his
heard this
daughter.
story before.
Yeah, it used to be the partner thing. When my dad was doing the construction thing downtown, they used to do a lot of jobs together,
Amazing,
renos
great.
and stuff. So, and then the partnership didn't work. We like starting at 7. My father-in-law liked starting at 10.
10.
Yeah, well, because he was working the night shift kind of deal.
Got it.
You got the bar.
Hey, we
you
all
got
do
the
it.
soccer. Yeah, you got to do it, right?
I do.
So he worked on his own base. He still worked on that own. I work on my own basis. I could do the time that I want. So it didn't work, but I scored with the daughter, so it was good. But it's 24 hours.
Did you hear that? He scored. She Portuguese?
She is, yeah. She is, yeah.
How about vacation time? Do you find yourself having time and money to go on vacations?
Have to.
I'd love to. I'm trying to get a Disneyland trip going, and we haven't done it yet.
Star Wars?
No, I want to do Epcot Center. I want to go back to 85 when I last went. And my wife hasn't gone, so I want to take her. It's supposed to be in August. We haven't gone. It was supposed to be in September. It's supposed to be this week. And
What's the reason why it keeps on getting pushed?
schedule?
Schedule.
What are you doing for retirement, man? It's always a question I ask everybody.
Self-employed, setting up.
Yeah, I haven't,
Real estate,
I haven't done
what?
nothing-
Can't
nothing.
count on the government.
Hey man, what do you you gotta jump
We have
on
to
that.
figure that
jump on
out.
that.
We're going to do a
Yeah.
podcast about
Yeah.
that, but we have to all
Yeah,
figure it out.
I'm just trying to hear everybody's, I'm really trying to open people's eyes that if you're going to be in this industry, you have to save money, you have to get into real estate, you have to invest, you have to be smart with your money, or you're going to sink.
For me, it was life changing. 14 years ago, I got cancer. I had cancer 14 years ago, so it was a life changer. Everything was upbeat, keep going, and then you get that bomb. And then you're home for a year. You don't know, if you're actually going to see the next day. So it changed everything. So being a year without funds coming in, because the government doesn't help.
They really don't.
You're from here, so they don't help. It changed everything. So now I think I got to work to provide. My wife stays at home, takes care of my girls. That's the main thing I want.
You can't even get better because you have to survive.
You got to survive. I got to keep going. You got to go on the daily. So I shouldn't even be doing what I do. I got a physical disability. No one knows, no one can see it, but
I can't.
no, you can't. I'm missing 3 ribs. No, I can't go down on myself. So I know you're thinking.
I love this
I
guy.
know you're thinking.
Real
So,
Portuguese.
Where did that go from? I don't understand.
His eyes were twitching.
I rubbed off on him.
He
Get
was-
it?
So I shouldn't be lifting the weight that I'm lifting. Shouldn't be lifting doors. Shouldn't be lifting MDF sheets. But it's something I enjoy.
Wait a second. Did you just say MDF sheets? Well, that's for wainscoting.
Wainscoting.
Paneling work.
So you're only doing 1/4 inch or 3/8 tops, right? When you're doing wainscot.
3/4.
Well, I
3/4
mean,
and a
that's
half.
for the outside edge,
We
but
do
for the
3/4,
inserts.
1/4 inch inserts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 inch.
We'll make it clear. He doesn't like MDF trim.
Unless he
like
has
me.
to. Okay.
Okay. You like it for
I
whatever
love
reason,
it.
but
I love
you
it.
like it.
I just don't like the dust.
And you love it pre-primed already, right?
No, I like spraying. Don't like to go where you're
I
going.
hate pre-priming anything, man.
He looked at me with a twinkle
my
for the
goodness.
people that can't
All
see
right,
it.
we actually got to try to wrap this one up, man. That was really interesting, man. I was quiet because I was just I was just amazed.
I
wanted to
love
hear
when the
story.
time goes by like this. Like it literally started. I felt like we just started a minute ago.
And we didn't even say hi to Eddie.
Eddie, remember Eddie?
No, who's
we
Eddie?
don't know Eddie from Flo.
Eddie! He probably can't hear this because he doesn't have a phone. He's not working. So let me ask you a question. What's your goal for the future or the next couple months?
I'm here, man. I'm happy. I made it. I'm
Any
done.
goals at all?
I don't have. You know what?
Happiness is a big goal, man.
You know what? My goal is to wake up in the morning, put my feet on the floor, and go to work. See my wife, see my kids. That's it. As long as I got work to go do, I could create. I don't mind. I love it. That's my goal. I just want to. I like creating stuff. I like people calling me saying I get callbacks from clients saying, you did this wall unit for me. It's still this way or that hidden door.
But
that
that's
you
not a
did.
callback.
It's not a callback. They actually call
It's a
back
thank
for the
you,
next
right?
home. For the
It's
next
a
home.
talk back.
Yeah.
I like
So,
so it's a
and-
new thing called the talk back.
Come back in so we can talk about another job.
So,
But it's a good feeling, eh?
It's
Somebody
a-
calls
yeah.
you up, wants you to come back.
love it. And recently was with Will.
Oh,
Will
yeah?
Holmes. He posted a photo.
Will
Will.
now? Yeah.
And this was out of the blue. I was sitting in my truck and he posted a picture, and I was like, "That's
The
my
best
work.
is yet
That's
to
my work."
come.
I go, that's my work. I go, how is this guy posting my work? And so I DM'd him privately, and he goes, oh, this was a home that I was partnered with. And I'm like, well, I did the trim there. I go, I don't even have those pictures. And he goes, you did this home? He goes, we were trying to find the carpenter. I couldn't remember because he wasn't involved directly on site, right? This was 7 years ago. And then he goes, you want pictures? I got all the pictures of the work. I go, I'll send it to
And
you.
now, great friendship.
He sent it to me. Amazing. I have all the photos.
No,
and
Will's a super nice guy.
this client as well, he actually still calls me on the daily, like on monthly, he'll call me. If I have a client that wants to see the work, the house is open. I don't like taking people to people's homes.
No, I don't like that.
I know.
Interrupting
This is a
them.
great point. How do you I hear people say, "Oh, can I see some of your work?" Yeah, I'm just gonna bring a dozen people by someone's
Strangers
house
into your house.
Who does that?
No.
Yeah. So this man, or family couple, said no problem. Whenever he told me from the day we finished, said anytime you need a referral, the house is open. And I said, I appreciate it, but I don't feel comfortable doing that. You're living in it now. Your family's living in it.
your home, your
He goes-
house.
He goes, no, it's your work, your ideas. You created this. It's yours.
Well, you know what? We become part of those homes when we have a great relationship with people. Like most of the time when I leave, I feel like I'm leaving a family member.
Yeah.
You know,
And that means you're enjoying your job. You enjoy doing what you're doing.
or the people.
Or the people, but your job.
Both ways, right?
Definitely, both. Yeah, definitely. So, and I try to achieve that with all our customers.
If someone that's listening right now wants to find you, what's your link?
I got IG, Maris Carpentry.
Yep.
And, the old man's number is still the same old number, man. 416.
What is it?
520 2x4 2x4.
Wow.
2x4 by 2x4.
2x4. I love it.
Why didn't we start with that?
And then the other thing is, what if a kid actually wants to work for you guys and doesn't want to ask you for a rate and just wants to work,
And wants to learn.
wants to learn?
Wants to learn. Yeah. See, it's the old man. It's that teaching thing. He doesn't like spending time to teach. He wants to get the work done.
It's more about they should come on board and observe.
Observe, yeah.
Not ask them to teach, observe.
Yeah.
Well, I've had a problem. I really, in my lifestyle, I've always wanted people that knew nothing. Because they always come with bad ways of
I
learning.
know, but it's
other
hard for you
crap
to
and-
run a business and teach.
I know, but when a
start and
customer
stop.
hires
Yeah.
me, they're hiring me for my way.
Yes.
So
Yes.
when I leave somebody, I don't want them to do it their way. I want them to do it my way.
Definitely, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you get these guys that say, well, I know how to do it. And then you put them on the miter saw, you put them on the table saw, they don't even know how to rip a board. And you actually panic. Like they're holding it with one thumb and they're like wiggling. It's like, I thought you do this all, you've done it for so many years. I can't leave that. And
Yeah.
we can't have that. One bad worker could ruin your relationship on the site.
You're totally right.
And we don't want that.
That's the impression of your company now.
Yeah.
You don't want that. I know. It's about the guy who builds 1,000 bridges, but then he won, and all of a sudden he's known
really
for the
being
one.
He's like being diplomatic today.
I'm being quiet, man. My voice is coarse and whatever. So we gotta wrap it up. We have no. Are we done?
We're not wrapping it up.
No. But are we done? You have anything else to ask?
Oh, I
This
could
was
keep
a great
going.
talk. I know,
You
this can keep on going.
I do have something to ask. I'm finding that I'm speaking to people and we're not getting the actual texts, but when I speak to someone personally, they always ask me, why don't you guys do an hour and a half or 2 hours? My commute is 2 hours and I'd really love to listen to it for 2 hours. So what I want to know is if anyone wants to contact Manny and tell them how they feel about that, I really want to find out because people are telling me, do a little bit longer. And I think it's too much. Some people have said, there's not enough information. I'm like, hey, dude, there's only an hour. We could keep talking about all kinds of different angles and, different theories.
I think an hour and a bit is enough. I don't think we need to do any longer than that. But I mean, there are 23 episodes up right now. This is number 24.
24, 2x4,
2x4, 2x4.
Right on. I like that.
But yeah, so there's an email for you guys.
Yeah, mariscarpentry@gmail.com.
There's no website.
No website.
You don't need
Website's
it. The
outdated.
job
We don't
site
use it.
is the website.
It's a website. Yeah, it's all referral. All
Yeah.
referral.
Big or small, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Big or
Yeah,
small,
they do
short or
amazing work. Check them out online. And then, like Carly was saying, so it's you can DM me or you can DM Carlito. So I'm at Hardcore Renos. You're at Carl.
Pavlovic.
That's it. Good luck on trying to spell that
pretty
for you
simple.
non-Croatians. But yeah, you could also just leave messages on the post because we're telling people to actually subscribe and leave a rate and then review. And we're going to keep on doing this.
And the truth is, anyone that's coming on here is someone that wants to make a difference in this industry.
They care.
And actually cares. So I'm hoping you guys consider that when you call these people up and ask them for some work.
Perfect. Now we can get out of here. Gary, thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
being
much
on
for
the
having me,
show.
man. Thank
This
you.
has been
Pleasure.
great, man. Say hello to the old man for us.
Will do. Will
Yo,
And-
Tio.
Yo, Carlito is going to take us out of here.
Today it's the 9:05. Yeah, Tio, baby. Ow.